Hey everybody, Febrian here. I just wanted to go on ahead and make a video about the showcase, just kind of going over everything and pointing out some things that I got right, some things that I got wrong, and just kind of going over little details here and there that I notice. Let me go on ahead and start a little. This is when they first introduced Jack. He looks really good in my opinion. I think he looks really nice. Um, I'm excited for when he joins our valley. I have something I want to point out that they show here. Okay, so right here, there's like this orb floating in the middle of town. I noticed where I saw that orb before, and I wanted to show you real quick. Right here. This is in the um main underground area on Dazzle Beach that is obviously going to be important when it comes to our upcoming island, our new areas that we're going to, included the Enchanted Isle. So I am curious if we are going to be able to place this as an item, if there's going to be a quest involved with it. I'm not sure, but overall, I am very excited and I can't wait to see what they're going to do with that. But just something interesting to point out there. Um, and let's keep going a little bit. Uh, sorry. And then they go over the roadmap here in a minute. Let me see. Okay, here I originally thought this item here was not going to actually be a Star Path item. I thought it was going to be a premium shop item. So I am glad to see. Um I feel like these are either two different items or three different items. It is hard to tell. They've never shown them apart. I am curious to see what that's going to be. Belle looks amazing here. I am so excited to see her outfit. I think that's going to be really good. Oh, and here they get into the multiplayer. I would show I do believe we are going to have a quest from Vanellope to start this. Um, and I'm going to get into the roadmap. I'm going to break down some interesting things that I noticed, some things that are important. Um, I just wanted to go over this a little, let this play a little more. But let me go on ahead and show you one of the things that I think is going to be very important on this roadmap. So here, they discuss that Sully and Mike are coming, which Mike and Sully are coming, which I think is really cool. But then they kind of don't really talk about the early spring and the late spring. They skip over that and go straight into summer of 2024. But in my opinion, I think I can figure out who these characters are going to be already. So here they make an emphasis on showing the SS Daisy. That is what the ship is called, which I can show you here going back to that live stream. I kept track of what time it shows up. Right here in just a sec. They make a point to show the SS Daisy, which I think is very interesting, especially considering what the roadmap shows. So I feel that is going to be very important moving forward. I think we are going to get Daisy in early spring, and then I believe we are going to get Mulan in late spring. I was It says you don't find a realm like this every dynasty. And I was trying to think what movies had cherry blossoms and dynasties. My thoughts kind of went to Turning Red, but I realized that that wouldn't really be the images you would use for that realm. So I believe we are going to be getting Mulan in the late spring of 2024. And with uh Princess and the Frog with Tiana, I do think that is amazing. I am curious if the reason they didn't like this, where we're going to have, where they have her portrait and then the beignets instead of any kind of character work, is A, it's not ready, or B, she's gonna start off as a frog and we have to transform her back into a human. I am definitely interested to see that. I did want to go over when they go back and show the new things. I wanted to go over what I got right, what I got wrong, all of it there. I do, I did get it right that we are going to be using our new staff to fix things in time. And I was correct here where the island is literally split in half, new versus old. I was, however, not correct about the Moana bit being a realm. I assumed it was based on the fact that I didn't think they were going to give us 3 new worlds right off the bat. I was also correct that we are going to be traveling by boat to this island. I was correct that these were 2 different areas, but I was incorrect in that. I am kind of glad. I think the capybara is really cute. Now, the tools there, I believe this is going to be the opening cutscene of us getting the tool for the first time. This is going to be us like when we first got our pickaxe. And here we are messing with time, and I think this feature here of like discovering things in time is very fascinating. Are we getting things from the future? Are we getting things from the past? I'm definitely curious where that's gonna go. I am so excited for Rapunzel, and I am in the same boat as Let's Play K. Her hair or we riot. I want her hair so bad. um, I don't know how I feel about Gaston being in the game. I am curious to see what his interactions with other characters will be like. Um, okay, I noticed the chess game. They did specify in the fact that the chess game is only with our villagers. So I don't believe they are yet at the point where the chess game will be available to play when we are able to travel to each other's valleys via the Valleyverse. Which is slightly disappointing, but they did say they are planning to expand the capabilities of the Valleyverse, so I can understand where that comes from. Um, so here I want to point out the statues here. My friend Minty Plush, we recently did a live stream going over the showcase when it was live. Unfortunately, right now it was taken down due to copyright because of the fact that I pulled up a clip to compare something from a Wreck-It Ralph movie. It was very short. I didn't even have the audio on, but I got copyright striked for it. But she has told me that these statues are from Atlantis, the movie Atlantis. I have never seen it. I need to. We're gonna have to do a watch party sometime. That's definitely a movie I need to watch, especially before all of this recent upcoming stuff. All of the tech here, and this fruit tree. It is obviously a fruit tree because in later shots it has the brick outline like all of our other trees. I am very curious, is this like a partridge in a pear tree or something? Like, is it our version of pears? I'm curious to hear what they're gonna call this fruit. It's shaped like ducks. And I love this new flower. They've made a point of showing that new flower multiple times. Um, and I'm definitely curious how that's gonna go. Um, everything here looks amazing. I noticed that they show a player coming in on a boat. Eve's ship, which we'll get into more because they show it more. The monkeys look adorable. I'm excited for those. Um, and all the plants. And again, so as I brought up, all of these orbs, it's obvious that those small parts of our island are connected to the Eternity Isle. And I'm definitely curious how that's going to play into the overall story. I feel like we are not going to know all of the details for that for quite a while. I feel like that's going to be pretty late game. I noticed that they have a rundown Remy's and a rundown Scrooge's. I'm curious if they're going to act the exact same way, or if Scrooge's is going to have different items that he will sell to us on this new island, like exporting goods type of thing. Um, I noticed that in the trailer there are two different versions of these sand rocks. They are obviously a form of our debris. I think these are going to be this island's version of night thorns with our tool. I'm definitely curious to see how that works because they obviously also have things for pickaxe, but I'm curious if this is going to be a new material. They make a point to show this. I feel like this is part of the island that's affected by what Jafar is doing. Um, I noticed new flowers everywhere, new those crystals again, which I'm still curious what those are going to be. The monkeys, all the lights here are incredible. Okay, this here that she's about to say, I'm not gonna have the audio on because I don't want it to be too distracting. Um, but something interesting she says here is, I think it's fair to say that the player will be able to explore one of the most memorable locations in a Disney movie. She doesn't just say, like, in a Disney game. She makes a point to say in a Disney movie. So I have a feeling that there's going to be a huge reference to Atlantis. More so. Like, I have a feeling we're going to actually be able to go visit Atlantis in some way in this DLC with everything going on, because why would she make a point of saying in a Disney movie? We haven't, this is all unique to Dreamlight Valley. It's obviously inspired by Atlantis, but it's obviously different. So I'm curious what that means. Location seen in a Disney movie. My friend Minty Plush really liked these lights, and I'm excited to say that I can tell they're either going to be a new craftable item or they are going to be a new item because they later show them being used in decoration around the island. The story is definitely interesting. I am curious when we are going to be able to see Jafar, if we're going to be able to see him earlier on than the later update, or if we're going to be able to see hints of him in the very beginning as soon as we go to Eternity Isle. Um, Again, that new flower, I freak out over everything. Um, I noticed a detail here just now that I hadn't seen. Those rocks that are labeled as ancient what is it? Ancient invention? No, it's ancient artifacts in our valley that we can place. This is one of those broken down with flowers blooming out of it. That is definitely a unique detail that I don't remember. So here I notice they talk about our royal hourglass, and they discuss that they say something here that I think is interesting. I am going to let them say it, but I'm not going to have the sound on. It's an ancient tool from times past. And they discuss that, and they do say dangers, to fight the dangers of everything. My friend Minty was like, wait, are we going to get combat? I don't know if they're going to go that far. I feel like this type of game, it would be a little odd. But they say something about that I feel like I missed it, but they discuss, let me see. Do they say that later? They discuss that the tools, they say there were many tools that we discover here. Okay, I think it's back over here. Okay, so I am so excited that we're going to be able to have all the valley houses where we want. I definitely think I'm going to put Encanto in the jungle realm when we get it. I'm trying to remember where they say that. I'm so excited here. They talk about Ancient's Landing, which is going to be amazing. I'm so excited to go there. See, those lights. I really like those new benches as well. I should be trying to keep an eye out to see if I can see that new fence I saw in the trailer. Let's see. I don't see it here, but I swear I saw a new fence. There's a chest, the strawberry plant, Scrooge's store that we haven't upgraded, and here's Scrooge himself. Okay, another new bench back there. Okay. Nothing yet so far. Okay, they talked about experiments they conducted. I think that is going to be how the ancient machines they go into. Yes. So, something important to note with the ancient machines, they show somebody using the auto cooker. And the auto cooker shows somebody having to put fuel into it that costs 25 diamonds a piece. A piece. Oh, and the capybara is here. Too cute. Let me see that again one more time here. The little snake looks cute too, and that new flower. It almost looks like it's made of glass. Oh, so excited. And a goofy stall and a well, so we will still have both of those to our availability. Okay. Yeah, here's the capybaras. I am glad that I was mistaken and they are just available. I am curious about what these crystals are still. Um, I'm so excited to see what all that's gonna do. But all of the new things coming in the game, there are so many different plants and fauna. Right here, they show bamboo. Bamboo, let me play that again for you people. Bamboo shoots coming in the game. I'm so excited. And I believe these are grapes. They look like green grapes or like pears. I'm like, yes, I can't wait. I'm still curious what this plant is. Like I said, it's obviously something. I'm curious if they're gonna, it's like a bird-shaped plant. I'm curious what that's gonna be. Um, there's the snakes, the capybaras, and the monkeys. I'm so excited for that. So they show some of the ingredients here, but I don't know what kind of plant that is, and I know the Venus flytrap is definitely an interesting one. And the strawberries and the figs they said. I'm like, ooh, cinnamon, which I don't think they showed the cinnamon, which I'm curious to see what the cinnamon is gonna be like. Okay, here's the part with the, oh, not the auto cooking yet, but the new dishes do look really good. I'm curious what other dishes from Disney movies they are talking about. They do show the ones from Encanto, but I am curious about that. Um, okay, I think I freaked out a little here when they first showed us these. Loved the Rapunzel level 10 item. I kind of wish they hadn't spoiled us for it, but at the same time, look at that. Look at that. I am so wearing that as soon as I unlock it. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for that. I can't wait to see what other items she will give us if that's her level 10 item. Um, and then I do think Eve's plants look really good. I don't really care about Gaston that much right now. Those items don't necessarily excite me. Whatever they do, we'll see. Okay, right here. Her ship in full view. Those planters, they look really nice and I'm excited. And again, a new flower. Okay, I paused at a great moment. This map is huge. I actually got kind of confused at first and thought this was the map of our island just extended with the new area. But no, a whole new map. I am curious what this area is going to be over here. It is very tiny compared to everything else. And it's like off of here. I know that this is going to be like the main starting area. Like this is our first one. And then from there, we're going to get these two. But this area here, I'm definitely curious about. And I'm curious what all this is going to be, if we're going to actually be able to explore any of it. It just looks so amazing, and I hope that they eventually give us water access, because they made too huge of a water area for there to be nothing there. I mean, look at that. It's huge. I feel like there has to be some hidden area, like I said, Atlantis or something that shows up, and there is like a remnants of a bridge right here that we could walk on, maybe, like over here. So we gotta see. Again, that one little green area and the mix of everything. It's definitely an odd one. Um, and I'm curious what this is. It almost looks like an eyeball. Weird. I don't know. I know it's a top-down view, so just taking a chance to look at this more closely since they're letting us see it so up close like this. Okay. Definitely excited. Okay, and I'm so excited about the new item count. That would have been a mess with everything. Ugh, I'm just imagining it now. It would have been a disaster. Okay. I am curious about the ship. I know it's based on I don't know too much about regular Disney World. So let me see here. It is based on the Typhoon Lagoon. I'm not super familiar. I need to look into it a little more, but I'm curious why that's here and what part of the story it's gonna play and why it's there. I feel like it's such an odd detail. Um, and then they go back into some of the mechanics, and that's when they get into the auto cooking, which is part of why I'm a little panicked. I'm definitely gonna start going and mining for diamonds pretty much right after this. I'm gonna let you see it here so you can decide for yourself, like, how much you think they're gonna use it. I'm curious if each one is gonna have a different gem. This feature here looks very interesting. Finding things lost in time. I don't know how that's gonna play, and I'm curious what the items are that we are getting out of there. Um, some of them look really odd, and I noticed that we have to go to realms also, not just our world, and I noticed we're getting orbs that look like those light sources, and I'm curious what those are actually going to end up being. because it looks like they're going to be very important. Maybe that's how they fuel some of our new items that we get from the ancient machines. Um, the board games does look really cool, but again, they specifically say that you can play with your villagers, not with people yet. So that's something I'm curious how that's gonna play. Um, the sandbox is definitely interesting. Things to get, all the new things are so exciting. I'm so interested. Uh, the ancient machines here. It doesn't look like it waters that much. I'm a little like how many of these do we have to place realistically to be able to actually use it? Here, the cooking. I notice it says level 3 auto cooker. So my thought with that is those items that we get from exploring the realms are going to help us upgrade our ancient machines. And this is the part that made me panic. I will, right here, they show add 25 diamonds. Diamonds, not just like any other source. 25 diamonds. I keep about 2 stacks of each gem in a chest, but I will not have enough to auto cook at this point. I'm hoping that maybe like either diamonds are going to be way easier to get or we're going to have to start saving up our gems. I don't know if it's just diamonds, like if diamonds are the ones that are used just for the auto cooker, or if we need them for every single tool. I am definitely nervous about that, but look at how much it goes up to make multi-cooking a thing. That's what they do, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is going to be a nightmare. The hourglass looks so amazing. I'm definitely excited for everything that's gonna come. I tried asking off for an extra day of off work so I can actually play this more. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it yet. December at a at a store is kind of hard to get off, especially with the holiday. And there are those statues again from that beach area that is definitely going to come into play. I noticed this one does not have any arms though. So I'm curious what that means, or if we're going to have to find its arms, or if it's just an interactable. Here, what is this item? Are we like fixing its chest plate? That's definitely interesting. Okay, and the balloon arch here is coming up. Uh, and then the headband, which was glitched at the time of the live stream, but is now being fixed. Um, I am definitely excited about that. Um, the capybaras look really cute. Is this the pose for photos? I think this is. I noticed they show off how the poses for different photos for 2 different characters look. The snake and I guess that would be the capybara one, which would be adorable in photos. I'm excited to see what the monkey one is. I don't think they showed the monkey photos. Like I said here, they specifically only show these 2 items like this, which makes me think that they either are really having a hard time getting her character down right, or she's gonna start off as a frog. Um, yeah, here they show how the snake posing is. This is obviously our character taking a photo, and this is obviously how we're going to pose with our snake pet companions. Um, I am curious to see what the monkey one is. They did not show off the monkey. Um, the monkey, I mean, they didn't show off the monkey pose. And while I understand why people are upset about the game no longer being free to play, I, in the end, think it's ultimately going to be for the best, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get the Rift in Time expansion pass. I am somebody who has almost 1,000 hours in Dreamlight Valley. Um, it I have, like, looking at my Switch alone, I have 920 hours. I have a little more on my PC since I got it later just so I could get the Ultimate Edition items, because at the time when I bought it on Switch, I didn't know if I was gonna like it, and I ended up loving it. So this is basically everything I wanted to go over. Again, with the roadmap, which I will show you guys again. Um, Here, let me pull that up. Everything here looks very interesting. I'm not the first person to say this, so that's why I didn't make a huge deal about it. But on this roadmap for the DLC, they talk about befriend a very lucky villager. I put him in the thumbnail because I saw Sarah's video on it and I realized that he is right. It has to be Oswald the Rabbit, which I definitely think is a unique choice that I am surprised they went with that. While I understand this game is definitely different, it is definitely something I was not expecting. I'm curious to see how that will go. Something I want to touch on briefly that I forgot to mention at the time, I believe that this house, they show it at the very beginning here. Let me get that. When they're re-showing this showcase clip here, this house is definitely the Frozen house, but it looks like the Frozen house from the very first trailer. And in my opinion, they also show it briefly here when they're showing Belle. Let me get that. When they show Belle in the forest for the first time, in her out here, it does look more Frozen here, but it looks very similar to it. And I believe we are going to be getting a house skin for that house. I am so excited. I cannot wait for this update. I can't wait to see what you guys think of it. And thank you for watching my reaction to all of this. And I'm so excited to see what you all think. Comment down below and let me know what you think, because I would love to hear your opinions. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.